Hi, and welcome to And So Much More. My name is Cami Smith, and I'm your host. And I am here with Cody Towler, who is a communications specialist. And I'll let you share a little bit about what you do over at Dispatch and just a little bit about who you are. But what we're here to talk about today is Cody's diagnosis, stage 4 rectal cancer, and what it's been like for you to live through that, from diagnosis to where you are today. And it's a pretty amazing story. Yes. I'm not going to jump on. I'm going to let you really take the lead. But why don't you first just introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Cody Towler. I've been working for Centra for 3 years now. I started off in Gretna working on the ambulance as an EMT, did that for 2 years. In December of 2023, I found out that I had stage 4 colorectal cancer. I was out of work for several months. When I finally went back to work on light duty, they put me in dispatch over at the hospital. And it just so happened that the first day that I was there, I was offered a full-time position. There was one open.
Congratulations.
Yes, well, thank you. So I've been there ever since. I've been there a year, actually. Just had my year anniversary there. And I mean, over in dispatch, we just, answer all of the calls that come in from the floors. We dispatch all of the trucks. Any emergency calls that come in, we handle those. We do dispatch for Central 1.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
So you're kind of behind the scenes coordinating everything for these emergency care.
Yes.
Wow. That's very cool.
Yes.
So what's been something, maybe the highlight of your job? Because it sounds like a really exciting position.
Well, I mean, all of the people that I work with and, talk to on the phone, they're just always so friendly and, always want to talk to me and carry on conversation.
Love
and
it.
It just makes my day.
Yeah. I love it. I can tell you're a people person.
Oh, yes, I am.
So when you first got your diagnosis, you said your initial was stage 4.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like to get the highest stage you could go right off the bat?
It was very, very scary, very emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through very dark times. I'm not going to lie. I suffered depression and anxiety from it, but
yeah,
I never let it really beat me down. I just kept going and, just kept going.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a very strength stance to take. Not
is.
Everybody can do that.
Yes.
So that was in 2023.
That was in December of 23.
Okay. So where are you now?
So right now I have, I completed 11 rounds of chemo, very invasive chemo due to my age, because I'm only 27 years old. I was 26 when I found out.
Oh my goodness.
Just, woke up one day and went to the ER for something
Everything
else and found out. Yeah. But anyway, I completed the 11 rounds of chemo. I did 22 rounds of radiation, I believe. I think it was 22 or 23. After that, I had scans done that still showed that I still had, of course, cancer in the tumor. I had several lymph nodes that were still cancerous, and then another place that they saw that was concerning, and that was in November of 2024. So ultimately, they told me that I needed to have surgery to have it all done. And they wanted to do all sorts of different things. And I knew that they didn't need to be done. They just wanted to do them because of my age. So ultimately, I refused. And they told me that I had 6 to 12 months to live. So I came back home. That was at Duke. Yeah. I came back home and talked to my oncologist here, which is Dr. Duvivier.
Who is so great.
He is amazing. But anyway, he was like, I'm not giving up on you. He said, we're going to find out something. So I went to UVA, got a second opinion. They told me the same thing that Duke had said.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Okay.
So fine. You essentially were going to whoever you could go to just get a different answer, which I imagine I mean, that's what I would do.
Yes,
Tell me something
exactly.
better. So you didn't have the surgery then?
No, I have not had surgery. Was
Okay.
supposed to have it in December of last year at Duke. And then all of this happened, so I didn't have it done. So anyway, Dr. Duvivier has reached out to the medical chief of oncology at City of Hope in Los Angeles. And he's been talking to him about seeing if they think the surgery is an option without, doing everything that everywhere else wanted to do. And so far, it seems like they're going to do it. Just waiting on a final answer.
Wow. So it sounds like the Pearson Cancer Center is making sure you get what you need. The
Pearson Cancer Center, I could not recommend anyone better.
Oh, I love that. So can you put some words to how many rounds of chemo? I mean, this has been a tumultuous season for you. What was it like? I know you mentioned some anxiety and some depression. How do you get through that?
Chemo was very rough, but honestly, pray about it. I am a very religious person. Pray about it, give it all to God, and never give up. Just keep going. I mean, you've got family, you've got friends that have always been there for you. Mm-hmm. And then when you go through something like this, you really realize who your friends are, who is going to be there for you. And they've been there every step of the way and never left my side. And I think that's what pushed me so much. I mean, even my work family, like when I came into dispatch, I didn't know half of those people. I talked to them on the phone, but I never met them. And I couldn't ask for a better work family. They have supported me and, worked with me through everything.
And it's very cool to see that you ended up in an environment that was a huge part of you being able to push through.
Yes. When I went back to work, I asked God, I was like, you've got to steer me in the right direction. Give me something that I can work with, something that, I can do. And he laid it there on the table.
That's so cool.
Yes.
So tell me about the shirt that you have on. Speaking of the people you're leaning on.
So I have a shirt on that says living my dream and not my diagnosis. My mom actually bought me this shirt because I am living my life, and I'm not letting the cancer diagnosis get me down. I mean, I still do everything that, anyone could ever imagine. I actually ended up having to have a colostomy because of my cancer. It was so invasive. And I mean, when you get those, a lot of people, they're just scared and they give up on life and they don't want to do anything. But I was never that person. I just kept going. I mean, I've went to the beach, everything. I went.
Living your best life.
Yes, living my best life.
Yes. That's such a great message. I know that there's such a stigma around, cancer in general, but especially the colostomy bag. I know that is a part of recovery for people. Yes. And it can be tough. I think it's to hear this message that you're sending, like, just go and live your life.
Yes.
don't hide away. Yes. What message, because you're sharing so much encouragement, and I'm so thankful for those of you who are listening. Share this with people that who are going through something like this. But what message, if you have not already said it, would you want to give to somebody who maybe has just received this diagnosis or is in like the thick of it and they're like, I can't do it anymore?
You know what? Honestly, I would say find something that makes you happy. Be around people who will encourage you and be there for you. I mean, if no one's there for you, I will be. Always.
Come find Cody.
Come find me. I mean, if anyone needs to talk, going through this, family members going through it, I'll be more than glad to talk to anyone. I mean, and just, if you're not a religious person, that's fine. Just pray about it. God will deliver. He will.
Yeah. Find that peace. Find that silence.
He is the ultimate healer.
That's so
I'm a firm believer.
Yeah. His pen even says it. No one fights alone.
No one fights alone.
So come find Cody.
I will always be there. Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, for being willing to put yourself out there and use this to maybe reach some of those people who are exactly where you
Yes,
were.
yes.
You just never know.
Mhm.
You have this story for a reason. So I'm so thankful that you were able to
Thank
come
you.
in and talk with us. And thank you all for listening on And So Much More.